Lots of stuff.
Potman's a zombie queen now.
Apparently I was murdered in my sleep.
Yep. Potman's a zombie queen, long time coming.
Lots of foreshadowing happening.
Lots of foreshadowing.
It's not like it's
really heavy-handed.
I did notice one thing, Aaron. I see you have 12 essence. I see you have 12 essence now.
Yep.
I wonder what that entailed.
Human meat.
Delicious.
A trusty Tony casserole.
You see, unbeknownst to either you or Chris, you both horrifically, grotesquely failed your perception plus notice rolls in the session. So,
well, I'm
not to mention that Potman is at least 5 times as strong as Desiccation was.
Yeah, I actually saw that watching the video, so thank you for not dragging me to my death along with you.
Well, you see, I have a plan.
Can it be done from inside his stomach? Because that'll be impressive.
Yes.
You're just going to go headlong through the wall of his stomach?
Yes.
Implying he's still in Potman's stomach.
Don't forget
it's in one end and right out the other. Like
It's been like 4 hours. He's not Chinese. He doesn't go through that quickly.
You're going to need a tiny weapon to, like, cut a hole through, like, the muscular sphincter, like, using the swallow hole special ability. Then once you cut your way out, no one else can follow because the muscular system closes it up automatically.
He'll just pretend it's glass and go straight through.
Oh, damn it.
The pretend it's glass discipline.
Oh, no, man, you don't get it. He's a special type of zombie queen with powers such as narcotic smoke breath.
Pretend it's glass discipline.
Yeah, I learned it from Lance.
I gotta say, a lot of really BS disciplines are being created here. Like, doesn't sound like some thin blood shit.
I'm talking about special zombie powers. Huge difference, apparently.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the disciplines get more hype.
So much hype.
What hype?
Hype overload.
Hype frequencies set to...
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
No!
No!
Yes?
Oh, shit.
I'm more of a glass half-smoked kind of guy.
He meant exactly what he said.
Yep. Aaron's like, wait, don't you mean bull? No, no.
And then I just decided to continue it.
Good. Good. I'm a trendsetter.
Man's gonna smoke himself half a glass of marijuanas.
Half a glass.
Half a glass.
I didn't know they came in liquid form.
Of marijuanas.
It's a new arbitrary measurement. You know, like a pinch
of liquid THC.
The amount of dealers on the street have gone down significantly. People have to buy in larger quantities. A dime bag just doesn't do it. You need half a glass.
A whole gallon.
A whole gallon.
It'd be like buying tea from Popeyes.
A gallon of PCP.
I didn't know it came in liquid form.
It didn't. Zombie distillation.
Sketch.
Courtesy of the whitest guys you know.
Kids.
No, they're...
Oh, you were talking about us.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I was like, yeah, if I was referencing them, yeah, I'd be kidding.
Sometimes you just gotta lay it on real thick like Farron.
Sometimes.
Well, Grimith is just wrong here. I need to correct him. My jokes are just too subtle. It's like that glass half smoke kind of thing. No, you meant bull.
It's just so subtle.
That's right. Subtle Grimith. That's my nickname.
Is it?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
I could have sworn it was Grimith.
Nah, that's just my handle.
Ah!
Handles and nicknames are different because...
Look, I didn't invent linguistics.
I know, I'm just asking for you to explain.
Because a handle is something you pick for yourself, a nickname is something you're given.
That's right.
Oh,
That's
okay,
right.
so that's why Potman can't give himself nicknames.
Yep.
That's why none of them stick, at least.
Yeah.
See,
that's how it
people are
works
still
in life.
calling him Citadel.
It's like you can call yourself whatever you want, but your friends, they will make up shit for you, and then it'll be based on like inside jokes, and it'll just stick.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why Potman is still named after that one time he walked into a bar and someone said, "Here comes the Potman."
This is why Missy made fun of Zane in the last session, because Zane didn't really have an original nickname. It was just his last name.
What's his first name? I've forgotten.
William.
Zane's easier to say.
Yeah. I don't want to call him Billy.
Not only that, but he's military, so your last name often becomes your name.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
It's like no one calls Riggs by Barry.
Oh, he's Riggs. Or douchebag murderer. Either one.
Starscream.
I resent that.
Yeah,
and
see, there's an example of a
resemble
nickname that stuck.
That, and it's entirely relevant. I mean, people will get the Transformers reference, and All Flesh Must Be Eaten for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is the 90s. Like, it's still on Saturday mornings.
Well, maybe not right now.
Somewhere there is a uninterrupted broadcast that nobody is receiving that's playing Transformers.
The true purpose of the Zombie Queen. To watch Transformers uninterrupted. Glad we could have that moment.
Getting into some VHF shit here.
I don't even know what that means, Ryan.
Is it VHF or UHF?
It's
UHF?
Assuming you're actually
It's UHF.
the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
It's a dream from the fire hose.
All right.
UHF!
Alright, I'm glad I didn't humiliate myself by going, what the hell's VHF? Like, I've never heard of that acronym before.
Really?
No.
It's a step
Veteran
below
home.
UHF.
Okay, veteran home front? I don't know. The best I got.
Very high frequency.
Instead of ultra high frequency.
Yeah.
Alright, everyone. Welcome back to All Flesh Must Be Eaten, where flesh theoretically gets eaten in all quantities.
It's been quite a while.
You know, it has been some time, although an NPC did die under the care of Chris. So, that did happen. It was a few sessions ago. Chris won't be joining us. Left a message on the IM like a half hour ago. Familiar problems. We'll just have to press on like we did with Ryan last week.
I'm so daft that for a second I was about to say, why are you explaining it? We all read that message.
For you kids at home.
That's right. Just as a refresher course, yes. Last session had a lot of banter between PCs and NPCs. Ended up ending on a bit of a cliffhanger with Trusty Tony and Grace taking Eugene out of Fort Drake to Artesia, to one of the homes, to test out some theories. We'll keep you folks balanced on the cliffhanger. It's a late morning, next day, August 17th. Fletch has actually woken up a bit. He has some sensitive hearing, as I keep heaping up on him. I keep broadcasting that he has incredible hearing powers. When Samantha ends up knocking on the... suppose there's still a functional door for his room on the 5th floor, sure, and actually peeks her head in and says, "Fletch?"
Kind of groggily rolls over and stretches, looks up at the window and then at her. And... yeah?
You missed the morning meeting. Everything all right?
Knowing that I missed it, it is now.
She, like, walks in. She's carrying some jerked meat, like a warmed hunk of bread, and some of the water that constantly gets retrieved from Artesia.
The joys of being a prisoner.
Yes, a balance breaker for sure. And she says, "Yeah, You've been in quite some pain, and despite my insistence for you to, I don't know, take something from it from the medicine cabinet, she shrugged, you just insisted on sewing.
It was a good distraction.
It's finished, by the way, Ryan.
Something that didn't really require any thinking. He kind of stretches and gets up a little bit and accepts if she's bringing it to him.
Yeah.
Accept it, kind of chew on some of the meat.
Sam will sit down in a chair in the room, and she'll like toe the armor and says, "Yeah, not much thinking."
I don't know. 2 car crashes in one day is a bit much. Not a grenade. I've had better days.
I imagine so. We've all had those.
The halcyon days of just 1 wall a day falling on you.
She chuckles. Rare occurrence from her. It's not often that she's laughed since Fletch rescued her.
Secretly, it was the proximity to Potman all along.
And then she says, "You know, all these nice things you do really do take a toll on your body. Maybe you should slow it down a bit."
Well, somebody's got to keep the rest of the chuckleheads around here from doing too much wrong.
Right, but look at you. Another one of those walls falling on you once a day, and you're gonna fall apart.
I think I still got at least 1 in me, says with a grin.
Well, she eyes Fletch and then shrugs. Suppose you're the one who's lived with your body for this long.
That could have been easy.
Then she chuckles, and then again, and then ends up saying, "What's it like to be you?"
Right now, painful.
Ooh.
What do you mean?
She shrugs. I don't know, you just seem to really go out of your way a lot to socialize and connect with others and do your best to help them. You saved me. You saved Eugene.
I don't know, I didn't really think about it. It seemed like the right thing to do. Especially like these days. You know, if you can't count on the people around you, then what do you got?
That's great. I just figured that, with the changing attitudes, the fact that walls are falling now multiple times a day, that
We're cars.
we're cars, there just might not be that much room in the world for that.
Well, I guess somebody's got to do it. Like, I'm definitely not saying I'm a saint or anything, but
Saint
I don't
Fletch.
know.
She shakes
Yeah.
her head.
That one's never gonna stick.
No. Just like one of Eugene's absurd self-nicknames that he makes for himself.
Wait, he's serious about those?
I think he is? She
He just kind of
shrugs.
blinks at her for a minute.
It's like, I don't know. You've known him for longer than I have.
I thought he was just, fooling around like he always is. Well, not so much lately, but he's always been kind of a jokester.
Yeah. Until lately. She looks away from Fletch and off to the side towards the door.
So, it's been getting to him, but how are you doing?
Well, she breathes in. Better than what I was. Further days that I get away from it, the less it seems like it actually happened.
Does it still feel like he's around?
She pauses and says, I'm starting to think that it might just feel like he's around forever. And it's not so much it or him actually being around, it's just me.
It's hard to forget some things.
Hard to forget some things.
Just kind of consolingly put an arm around her and kind of hold her close.
She returns the affection long enough for then the radio to crackle to life. Fletch!
Well, I suppose the enjoyable morning couldn't last forever. Reach over and grab the radio from, I assume, like a little table or nightstand type thing, and yeah, I'm here.
Look, whenever I came here to Fort Drake, I didn't sign up to be babysitter of... What's your name? William? Willie here. So, once you finish doing whatever, sleeping in, perhaps you could come up and visit, say hello. He looks less drunk now. Still just a stupid, hey, shut up.
Oh, wait a second. Why are you checking on him?
Because...
I mean, it's fine. It's just surprising.
Well, I would have passed it off to your friend Tony, Antonius, but he's not here.
Antonius? Where is he?
I don't know.
They already head out this morning?
Yes, Train. All flesh must be eaten, Train.
Train knows where they went.
Jesus, you fucking conductor, look. You don't need to lay on it that long.
Clearly they do.
My life.
They're trained professionals, okay?
That's my life, and it's ending one train horn at a time.
I know. Riggs said, actually, I thought you had already known. And Samantha says, oh, I saw him head out last night with that new girl, Grace. And Eugene.
Oh.
Riggs Henry. Oh. Zane? Yeah? Is Eugene up there? No?
How could he be if he just left last night?
Well, not my problem. Up to you.
We'll deal with it. We'll deal with it later. He looks at Sam.
Not on base, not his problem.
Yeah, it's like, we'll see him coming if he comes back.
Yeah.
That's a problem. We can just open fire. Like,
Riggs, you can hear him mutter, maybe I should take roof watch today.
All day, every day.
There's so much science to be done. So, we'll just sigh and picking up a few of the food pieces. Hey, I guess I want to go check on the new, less drunk guy. What do you have going on today?
Samantha says, oh, well, I was thinking about sitting in a chair staring out the window hopelessly for the next 2.5 hours, and then trying to see if I could take a horse bath, and then going back to staring out the window in hopelessness and regret. It's actually the first time she's actually made humor out of her situation.
And you ask about why I was just sewing for several hours.
Horse
I
bath?
don't even know how to sew.
Yeah, a horse bath would essentially be standing in front of, like, say, like a sink, and, like, filling it with water, and then cleaning your face and upper torso.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was just like have somebody throw a bucket of water on you.
Well, she could do that herself, but what she means in that case...
Shit, we got a wet t-shirt contest going.
It's not quite what was happening. Samantha says, I could see how the sewing would be cathartic then. Then again, she looks between the two of you. I actually think I'm in better shape than you are.
Let out a mock little... Yeah, I think you might be right.
You see, if I stay indoors, then walls can't fall on me.
Are you kidding? That's where all the walls fell on me from.
Well, not in here.
Let's hope not.
She gives like a dismissive wave.
Just, yeah, I guess now that I have some non-encumbering armor, well, I guess fetch that and I don't know. Do you want to come up and meet the new guy?
Samantha shrugs and says, "Hey, yeah, it's better than whatever else I was gonna find to do around here."
I think we've, as they're walking out, he'll say, like, I think all we've got is another Zane on our hands.
Samantha says, "Well, he does have his uses."
He looks at her dubiously.
Samantha says, "You know, I imagine they wouldn't have even allowed him into the military if he didn't."
Still looking at her the same way.
The United States runs a volunteer service and not a draft service.
I'm not sure about that anymore.
Not anymore, but he got accepted before this. She raises a finger for emphasis.
I will definitely say, since shit hit the fan, I've attempted to be drafted once. Or, you know.
What?
Yeah, I guess it's the group that used to actually control this base. They're running around playing stupid, you know, taking people prisoner. I think we mentioned the military held us before.
Yeah.
I think we almost ended up like Jackson crew, just being shanghaied into doing their bidding.
Huh. Well, how'd you get out of a military installation?
Well, we had some help from our kind of dead friends.
Oh. So you would say the zombies have improved your quality of life?
I think that's relative. You go back far enough, and it was definitely, you know, not so everything's dead.
As you're slowly walking up to the 7th floor, she says, "So what did you do before zombie hell?"
Just kind of grins and says, as few legal things as possible.
Ah, okay. You see, Eugene had called you a rambling man before, and I wasn't exactly sure what he meant by that.
Yeah, when I first met him, that's what I told them I did, because I wasn't really sure if, you know, they wanted thieves and con men hanging out with them.
Oh, well. Eugene always seemed like he had greater concerns than thieves and con men.
Yeah, that brick of weed.
Yeah. Shakes her head as you two continue your way up. Back to our Artesia. And this
Fanfare.
this is not going to alarm my players at all, I'm sure.
Oh god, he mapped it.
I'm alarmed.
Once it
There's
has
a map?
everything goes wrong.
Java errors incoming.
It doesn't even have an interior map. That means you're going to be
That's
thrown
not
out
why I'm
immediately.
alarmed.
Why are you alarmed?
Maps mean we're about to die.
That's what I'm saying.
Why are we on the roof?
On the roof.
There isn't even a ladder. You all climbed up the chimney.
Use the theater of the mind. Come on, guys.
Jesus.
Alright. Late morning. The watches between Grace and then Tony, as they stayed in a relatively, or at least as they've tested it, a fairly secure home. One of the less shabby looking ones, the ones that had intact doors and like windows that you could shutter or at least close up. One that had some furniture to make your watch and your piece a bit more comfortable. What did Tony end up doing during his watch to like try to keep himself
Sane.
You know, yeah, sane. I know Grace played around with her PDA.
Oh dear.
But Tony didn't bring along any of his jury rigging materials, any of his fun stuff.
Nope.
He's just been here in the dark.
Probably imagining ways to keep himself sane. Yeah. Or he went insane, one of the two.
Sure.
It was
He's just making plans for what to do next time so he doesn't end up in a situation like this.
Next time we do this, I'm gonna bring some stuff to work on. Yes, that'll be smart.
Why don't you give me a simple willpower test, Jordan?
Right?
That's double willpower.
Alright, Tony's bored out of his fucking mind the entire time. He keeps thinking about his poor quality suit, and how damaged it's gotten.
It'll only sell for like 15%.
He didn't bring his lighter.
This is the worst day of my life.
It's like 4 in the morning. Why did I agree to do this again?
God.
That being said, things do end up passing uneventfully. Really, in this case, it really is a damn shame that they passed uneventfully out of how bored Trusty Tony is.
Just one zombie. Just one zombie. Come on, just one.
Yeah. It actually ends up passing to the morning and a bit beyond. Grace ends up waking up, and you two just end up still sitting around Eugene, who's still out of it. He doesn't actually get back into it until maybe like 10:30 in the morning, at which point, Aaron, I talked to you a bit about how the thing transpired. I'll go ahead and say it for the entire group. The last thing you remember is, "This is some really good stew." And then you groggily and slowly come back to your senses, and instead of it being night, it's now day, with both Tony and Grace standing over you.
It's... Oh.
Tony looks pissed.
Whoa.
There was not a single zombie at all. It was the most
Good.
boring night of my life.
Glad to hear it.
I hope you're happy.
I am.
Humph. Harumph.
Holy shit, whatever was in those syringes was nice.
Well, did you have dreams? Or whatever, I don't remember.
I don't even feel like any time's passed, but I'm feeling better. Like, way better.
Okay, that's good.
I didn't dream at all.
Now the question is that due to proximity, due to being out here, or the drugs?
I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the drugs that made it feel like it felt like a few seconds ago I got injected.
It really was.
That's probably the drugs.
Oh well. Alright, let's head back, because I'm bored out of my mind, and can't stay here another minute.
Okay. I guess we gotta go back sooner or later.
Yeah, and you get to go back to being chained on the roof.
Unless they shoot me for disappearing.
Oh, they'll shoot us all first.
No, they'll probably start with me.
How does Tony say that? With like, what tone of voice does he say? Oh, shoot us all first.
They'll probably shoot us all first.
And then I'll shoot Potman again.
Really, he'd be up for anything at this point, for fuck's sakes.
just something. Come on.
Come on.
Okay.
Get in the car, Potman.
Can you help me with the door?
So you ended up actually driving the car into Artesia and pulling up to this house?
I don't remember.
I think so. That sounds like a Tony thing to do.
See, I didn't remember for sure either, so I wanted to check to confirm, like I did all the way back in session 1. Would a flat tire be something Trusty Tony keeps in the trunk? Or a spare tire?
Yeah, he keeps a flat tire in the trunk.
Yeah.
The catalyst for the entire adventure. Not having a spare tire.
Which car did we take?
Well, you couldn't have taken Trusty Tony's vehicle, because it only had 5 miles of gas. You would have needed to take the little pickup that couldn't. Because the Swagmobile's almost out of juice.
Yeah, I can't make the 15 miles to Artesia.
Swag.
Look, it's 11, really. Artesia's really just outside Fort Drake. It's not 15.
Alright. Alright.
Just
Probably.
15's away.
Probably drove it into the town because... I don't know.
Okay. Well, let's see here. Well, Trusty Tony ends up being his, alright, get in the car. He opens the door, and he goes to check his stuff aside. You know, he looks back at Eugene. And by sheer happenstance, courtesy of the fact that he is so perceptive and attentive, as he looks outside, he realizes that he's actually not the only person alone, you're not the only group in Artesia. Gonna go ahead and reveal, basically, the scenery that you can spot looking out the front door. Actually go a bit further on beyond, and then off to the side here. Go ahead and describe what you see. As you look further off to your left, and Trusty Tony might, out of, respect for the situation, then duck back into the house and maybe narrow the door, instead of standing out there on the porch. I don't know whether he does, though. He might just stand there gaping, going, "Finally, some action!"
Well, I can't get my character thing now because Grace is on top of me. There we go.
Ooh,
Right.
now we're talking.
That's always how it goes.
Yep. There appears to be a gentleman. Each one of these squares is a yard, so you could easily measure out from the front there. 24 yards away. You can't make out the exact details of him. He does appear to be in his late 30s, and he is dressed to kill. He has a finely tailored, several $1,000 suit on that appears to fit him quite comfortably.
Dibs.
He has what appears to be a custom sling rigged onto a Tommy gun, which he holds expertly in his hands, as well as a shotgun that is draped over another shoulder, sweeping it down the road there rather expertly, not firing. He does not appear to have noticed the door open or you initially stepping outside, but he keeps his eyes locked firmly in this direction.
Where's the truck?
The truck, we're going to say that maybe there was a little garage that you put over to the side. So if I'll go ahead and add the Swagmobile, the little truck that I couldn't onto the map. Let me go fetch the token. God damn it, another train! What the fuck? There we go. I should go ahead and increase the size of that to say here.
It's huge.
It's as big as the house.
It's probably actually pretty reasonable scale.
Pretty reasonable.
Further on down, you can also spot by the fountain in the Artesia well, block set aside for you to pull water out of the well. You spot an older gentleman who's giving himself a cold, not really like a bath so much as dumping fresh water onto his body. Because, wow, that probably feels amazing, especially if he's been without water for so long. And he's an older gentleman, maybe in his 60s. He's not looking anywhere at the house. He's at the looking at the water.